Welcome to Anime Insight. In today's video, we dive deep into the dynamic relationship between Zoro and Sanji. Why do so many people misunderstand their rivalry and bond? Stick around as we unravel the true depth of their connection and what makes their dynamic so iconic in the anime world. Zoro and Sanji, the swordsman and the cook of the Straw Hat Pirates, have a relationship that's often misunderstood in One Piece. At first glance, their constant bickering and heated arguments may make it seem like they can't stand each other. However, beneath all that is a bond of mutual respect and trust. Their dynamic is much deeper than it appears, filled with moments of humor, tension, and even camaraderie. To truly understand their relationship, we need to go back to where it all began, the Baratie arc. This was the moment Sanji joined the crew, bringing his charming, flirtatious personality into the mix. From the start, Sanji's chivalry and flamboyant nature clashed with Zoro's disciplined and serious personality. The tension between them was immediate, and the insults started flying in no time. Zoro often called Sanji a love cook, mocking his romantic nature, while Sanji poked fun at Zoro's terrible sense of direction. Their rivalry stemmed from their completely different personalities. Zoro is focused, disciplined, and driven by his dream of becoming the world's greatest swordsman, while Sanji is emotional, expressive, and guided by his strong moral code of protecting women and feeding anyone in need. These differences caused friction, but over time, their arguments turned into a unique way of motivating and pushing each other. One of the funniest examples of their dynamic can be seen in the Foxy arc during the Davy Back fight. In the Groggy Ring match, Zoro and Sanji were forced to work together as a team to win the game. It was a chaotic pairing, to say the least. The two spent most of the match bickering, blaming each other for every little mistake, and flat out refusing to cooperate fully. Yet, despite all the arguing, their combined strength was unbeatable. Even when they didn't see eye to eye, they managed to dominate their opponents, showing just how powerful they are when they put their skills together. This moment perfectly highlighted their love-hate relationship. To people who can't seem to stop arguing but still have complete faith in each other when it matters most. Their bond may not always be obvious, but it's moments like these that remind us how layered and entertaining their relationship truly is. A more serious example of their bond comes during one of the most iconic moments in One Piece, the Thriller Bark arc. When Bartholomew Kuma demands Luffy's life as payment for the crew's actions, Zoro steps up without hesitation, offering to sacrifice himself to save his captain. This moment already showcases Zoro's incredible loyalty, but what makes it even more powerful is Sanji's reaction. Sanji refuses to let Zoro take the burden alone and offers to give up his life instead. Both of them are willing to die for Luffy, showing the depth of their commitment, not just to their captain, but to the crew as a whole. In the end, Zoro knocks Sanji out to stop him from interfering and takes all of Luffy's pain and exhaustion onto himself. The aftermath of this moment is just as powerful. Covered in blood and barely standing, Zoro brushes off the event with the infamous words, "Nothing happened." Sanji, understanding the gravity of what Zoro has endured, doesn't push him for details. This silent acknowledgement between the two speaks volumes about their relationship. Despite their rivalry and constant insults, moments like this reveal the deep trust and respect they have for each other. Thriller Bark isn't just a defining moment for Zoro, also shows how Sanji's selflessness and Zoro's strength come together in a way that highlights their shared dedication to the crew. Fast forward to the Zoo arc, and we see one of the most emotional shifts in the dynamic between Zoro and Sanji. When Sanji decides to leave the crew to protect them from Big Mom, Zoro's reaction is immediate and intense. He doesn't hold back his anger, openly calling Sanji selfish and even accusing him of betraying the crew. For many, this might seem like Zoro simply being harsh or cold, but his outburst is far more layered than it seems. His anger isn't fueled by hatred or resentment, it's rooted in his deep understanding of the crew's bond and the importance of sticking together through challenges. Zoro values loyalty and unity above all else. In his eyes, every member of the crew has a role to play, and Sanji is no exception. Sanji isn't just the crew's cook. He is one of their strongest fighters and a vital part of their family. The idea of him leaving is unbearable to Zoro. Zoro's frustration stems from his belief that the crew is stronger together and that no one should have to bear such burdens alone. Beneath his anger lies genuine worry and concern for Sanji's safety. While he might not express it in the same emotional way as others like Luffy or Nami, his harsh words are his way of showing how much he cares. Now, we come to one of the most emotionally charged moments in Zoro and Sanji's relationship, the Wano rooftop. Sanji, consumed by fear and self-doubt, makes a shocking and heartbreaking request. Terrified of losing himself to the genetic modifications his family forced upon him, Sanji asks Zoro to kill him if he becomes a threat to the crew. For Sanji, a man who prides himself on protecting and caring for his nakama, this moment is devastating. The fact that he turns to Zoro, his rival and the person he bickers with most, speaks volumes. Despite their differences, Sanji knows Zoro is someone he can trust completely, even in such a vulnerable moment. Zoro's response, as expected, is cold and firm. However, beneath that coldness lies something unspoken. He doesn't hesitate, flinch, or judge. His response is simple: he'll do it if the time comes. To some, it might seem heartless, but it's the opposite. It's a promise. Zoro respects Sanji's wishes and understands the weight of what he's asking. This isn't a moment of rivalry or conflict. It's a moment of trust. So, why do so many people misunderstand the relationship between Zoro and Sanji? The answer lies in how they interact. Unlike Luffy or other crew members who openly show their emotions, Zoro and Sanji rarely express their feelings outright. They hide their respect and care for each other beneath layers of rivalry, arguments, and playful insults. But their bond isn't about what they say, it's about what they do. From their humorous teamwork in the Foxy arc to the deeply emotional moments in Wano, Zoro and Sanji prove time and again that their dynamic is built on an unshakable foundation of loyalty and trust. Their constant bickering and competition might make it seem like they don't get along, but beneath it lies a deep understanding forged through countless battles and shared struggles. What do you think? Does this deeper look at their relationship change the way you see Zoro and Sanji? Let us know in the comments below. What's your favorite moment between them? If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more One Piece content. Thanks for watching.